In this video, we're going to be working on the Dell 9550. It's this laptop here. It's funny that we got the same exact laptop last week, and today we got this laptop. Both of them suffer from the same issue, which is suddenly the laptop would not power on. If you press on the power button, you do see a light that comes on, but nothing on the screen. I went to look at this issue online, and it seems like a lot of people are having the same exact problem, some of which contacted Dell, and Dell had to replace the whole motherboard. So I do not know what's going on. Let me show you what I mean. If you press the power button, we see the light comes on. No backlight on the keyboard, and we do not have any fan spin. I already took the back cover out. So you see the home button light is on, keyboard backlight is not on, and we do not have any fan spin. The CPU feels warm but not hot, which makes me think that maybe the CPU is not on, but there's a short somewhere in this area that's causing this area to get hot. We'll see. Now, if I press the power button again, fans will spin on for a few seconds at high speed and will shut back off. Nothing on the screen still. Dell has a feature where if you press the D key when powering the laptop on, it will go into screen diagnostic mode, and that works. Let me show you. So if you press the power button and hold the D key, then laptop will go into screen diagnostic mode. So screen diagnostic mode works, but the laptop itself does not work. This seems to be a very well known issue. I mean, it's sad a person would spend so much money on this laptop, and then a few months down the road, or maybe after a year, something like this would happen. If you are out of warranty, Dell would not do anything for you. A lot of people, like I said, had to send this to Dell for a motherboard replacement. We do not know if CPUs on this board gets fried, and we do not know if there's anything else that could cause this problem. The CPU area being warm is an indication that we may have a short somewhere in this area, because if the CPU was on, it would turn hot and not warm. So when I say warm, I mean maybe 50 degrees Celsius. We'll see. The first thing I want to do is inspect this computer under a thermal cam. The thermal cam will give us an idea of what is getting hot on the board, because right now we do not know where to start. We do not have a circuit diagram for this board. So we're going to use the help of a thermal cam to try to figure out if there's any hot areas on the board, or possibly a short. So this is one side of the board. This is the fan right here. This is the heat sink over here. And this is the area where I think is getting warm right here. We could have a short somewhere on there. Now I need to be able to power this laptop on, so I'm going to put the screen down like this. And now I have access to the power button. I'm going to power the laptop on. And look at that. Three things got immediately hot. This, this, and this. Let me go to manual mode on the floor cam. And maybe raise the temperature boundaries a bit. Look at this. This one seems to be getting the hottest. Let me disconnect the battery and power it on again to see which one is heating up first. Okay, laptop is off. I'm gonna power it on again and see which component is heating up first. So almost, I think all 3 points are heating up at the same time, but the one on the right seems to have more heat when it first starts. Let's take a look at the board under the microscope and put the floor cam on the side. So this chip here is getting the hottest, and then the other two are this and this. I'm going to get the multimeter and start testing in diode mode. We'll test some capacitors at random. Let's put the red probe on ground and black probe on this capacitor, for example. It's shorted. This capacitor has a short. This one too. No short here. And no short here. This capacitor is connected directly to that chip. You can see the pad. So it's either that this capacitor has a short, or maybe it's the chip itself. What if we look at this area here? Short. Short. What I can start doing is probably take this capacitor out to see if we still have a short. If we do, then we'll put it back and we'll take this one out. If we still have a short, then I'll take this IC out to see if the short is gone. If not, then we have to start working on this area here. But since I saw the most heat on this side of the board, I'm thinking the short may be generated or maybe created from this area of the board. So let's start by removing one of the capacitors. Where's the capacitor? Right here. Do we still have a short? Meter in diode mode. And yes, we still have a short. It's easier to start with the capacitors rather than removing the chip. Test again. Do we still have a short? And we do. So let's put those components back. I'm almost positive the problem is this IC here, because this is the one that was getting the hottest. And fume extractor is not on. What am I doing? Hot tweezer is at 440 degrees Celsius, so it burned out the flux pretty quick. I do not need to have it that high, but I did when I was removing the caps because of unleaded solder. Let me put the temperature back down. Okay, so what's this IC? I think it may be a power IC, I do not know, but we can check the numbers online. Let's do that right now. I just want to see what type of IC this is. Z501901. It's a DC to DC converter which controls and regulates power. Just go online and type in Dell XPS 9950 and you will see hundreds and hundreds of people having the same exact issue. There's nobody online that has a solution for this, so hopefully we can figure this out. Because of this short, the CPU may be fried. If the wrong voltage went over to the CPU, then it's all over. We have to change the board. I'm gonna remove this IC to see if this chip is what's causing the short. Okay, the chip is out. And we have to remember pin number 1 is on the bottom left. So let's put this chip somewhere where it's not going to short anything out. And let's test. Do we still have a short? And the short is gone. Look at that. Alright, I did not realize the microscope was not on. It was still on the floor cam. I removed this IC, which was shown as the hottest on the floor cam, and now the short is gone. I have to keep paying attention to the camera to make sure I am on the right camera, because this always happens. Let's test right now. The short is gone. So this is the chip that was causing the short. We no longer have a short, and let's test this side of the board. No short. No short. The short is gone. So all we have to do is get the same IC and put it back, and we should have a working laptop. Right now, this chip is what's causing the problem, and it's what's causing the short. We do not know if the CPU got affected by this. So what I'm going to do for now is order this IC. We're gonna solder it back on and see if we have a working laptop. If we do not, then it's a CPU issue. I'm still gonna post this video, and we'll do part 2 when we get this chip. And that's it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll do something else in the next video.